Hey, 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 hey. What it do, what it do, what it do, everybody. This is your boy, KQKC Boxing Network. And we are working. We are working on this Sunday morning. Oh, we are going to bring you the latest and the greatest in the news of sport of boxing. And we're going to talk about a couple fights last night. But first, before we get started, we're going to see who are the good people that got up this morning for us. All right. What's going on, Knockout? How you feel today, man?
Man, I'm chilling. I'm good. I'm relaxing. Ready to do the show, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. I hope you doing all right. Hope everybody in the chat doing all right. Hit the like button. Let's have a good show today, y'all. Let's have some fun.
All righty. Yes, sir. All right, all right. Man, we got Fred Murr. All right. Not familiar with you, brother, but hey, welcome to KQKC. All right. Ray Patterson, what's going on, baby, from New Jersey? Stand up. All right. What's up, Reggie Milliken? Yes, sir. Great night, Carlin OG. Appreciate that, man. Yes, sir. My man Vincent Williams from Chicago, baby. Yeah, from the south suburbs. What's going on? Icon Canadian is in the building, baby. All right. Bullet Gibson, what's going on, Bullet? How you feel, man? All right, Marquis, it's up in here. What's going on, Marquis? Yes, sir. Mr. King B. Falcone is up in here. And Thrill Hill from
Real.
Blueberry Hill. Yes, sir. And what's going on, Picasso? What's going on with you, baby? All right, salute to you. All right, all right. That's who all we got right here so far. All right, and everybody else will be falling in. But before you get started, all right, hit that like button, y'all. All right, hit the like button for the OG. All right, I appreciate it. All right, yes, sir. All right, all right. All right, knockout man. Oh man, oh man. Knockdown 305. What's up, Terry W?
What's up,
I see
knockdown?
you in
Terry
here.
W. What's up? What's up? Salute
Man,
to everybody.
yes, sir. Man, knockout man. We had a good day, not night, a good day of boxing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the zone gave us some okay cards. Matter of fact, I ain't gonna say that. I'm gonna say maybe three good cards that I really enjoyed. You know,
Yeah.
and definitely what's his name?
Peter
McGrath.
McGrail.
Yeah,
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 Peter McGrail and
McGrath.
Frank
Right.
Mendoza. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you think? What'd you think of Peter? I came into your chat and I told y'all y'all were gonna like Peter McGrail. We did a prediction on it. We covered the fight. Picked him to win, obviously. But what'd you think of that fight, man? What'd you think of McGrail's performance? He got the decision. He fought an undefeated fighter. The guy that he fought was 17-0, and Peter McGrail only had 7 fights, and he went in there and he kind of thoroughly dominated and got the decision victory. What did you think of that fight? How'd you see the fight?
Man, like I told the chat, I said, man, knockout was right. Man, this dude, he does have similarities on Lomachenko. But like I always say, ain't no fighter just like another fighter, but they have similarities, you know, and he has similarities Lomachenko, which I found out later that is his idol. And he admired Lomachenko, and it shows in the way he fights. And I mean, he was using his angle just like Lomachenko. He'd come out and spin around and go around and then end up behind you. And then you have to turn around and fight him that way. So I think he did a great job, especially for a young up and coming fighter. I mean, he only been what 1-2 years in the game, you know. So he pretty much put on a show yesterday, and I guarantee you, everybody has been put on notice yesterday. They saw what he brings to the table, and he only gonna get better. I cannot see him getting worse. All right. So of course, you know, every fighter, the more you fight, the more the year go on, the next year, you're gonna get better, better, and better. Just like Canelo. When Canelo first fought Floyd Mayweather, he wasn't moving like he's moving now. He wasn't moving that head like he's moving now. He wasn't using his speed on his hands like he's doing now. You know, so you're gonna get better and better and better. And also knockout, it's the competition you fight too. It's the
Yeah.
competition you fight. That's what makes you better. The competition makes you better. So, yes, sir. So that's all I got on that one, man. That's all I got. What you got?
Yeah, man. Like I said, you could tell that he was a highly decorated amateur, even though he's young. I mean, if you go do some research on him, this guy fought in the World Series of boxing as an amateur. He was in the the junior youth Olympics as an amateur, the Commonwealth
Mhm.
Games over there in the UK, and you could tell, man, because for him to be so young, just 27 years old, he did turn pro a little earlier than Lomachenko, which is good.
Mhm.
We like
Mhm.
that because he'll hopefully be able to do more. But you can see the
Right.
different angles. You can see the educated foot movement. He
Mhm.
already was putting his combinations together, and he was turning his punches over pretty well. The thing I liked about him most is that when he got caught, he kept his composure because he did get caught early in the fight. And then he just kept his composure, kept boxing. One thing he does need to work on though, his distance control and his feet are kind of what he relies on for his defense. And he's
Mhm.
gonna have to get a little bit better head movement. He's gonna have to learn how to use his guard a little bit better. But overall, man, going in there against a veteran that's 17 and 0,
Right.
that was there to fight and not just there to get a paycheck, and it was actually trying to win. For him to be so young in his career and to win that fight the way that he did, man, that speaks volumes. And they're trying to fast track him, man. They're trying to get him opportunities early. He's fighting down at 122 pounds. The only real smoke at 122 pounds is Monster anyway, and maybe
Yeah. Mhm.
maybe Stephen Fulton. But if I'm moving him, shit, I'd feel comfortable putting him in there with Stephen Fulton or fucking MJ Akhmadaliev, one of these other 122 pounders, not named Monster anyway. So future looks bright
Mhm.
for that young man. We'll see what's next for him. They did say they want to get him back again before the end of the year. So
Wow.
we'll see how that goes, man. But he's definitely somebody that everybody needs to put their eye on and watch because Peter
Oh yeah.
McGrail's a good fighter, man. He looked like he's the real deal for sure.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah. What's up, Kano? What's going on, Teach? What's going on, Mike Massick? What's happening with your Andrew Gray? All right, I be who I be. All right, yes, sir, man. So yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Him getting better, but he's still kind of young. Young in the game. So I can see him in there with Steve Fulton, and but I still would like to for him maybe wait another year maybe another year and a half before
Mm-hmm.
he can go in there with someone like Steve Fulton or Monster anyway. So but 122, I think he's gonna be moving up. Because he's not, he's still growing, so but he's not gonna get now. That's the thing about Lomachenko. You know how far he's going. He's not a tall man, but
Yeah.
still, now McGrill, I don't know how his family tree is or anything. Is he gonna be a small man, tall man? I don't know. But right now he's right height to do what he's doing now. So, but he is gonna have to learn how to sit down on his punches too. All right. I mean, he's scoring, but now he want to score on with power. That's what he's gonna have to need to do. So yes,
So
yeah. Mhm,
so I wanted to ask you this, man. It's
mhm,
decisions, right? So
uh-huh.
we got. Let me go to this real quick. We got. All right. So we got two cards on December the 9th. We got a pay-per-view card. Devin Haney, Regis Prograis. Liam Perro and Montana Love is the co-main event. You got Ebony Bridges versus Matthew on there. You got
Okay.
Andy Cruz versus Hector Tanahara on there. That's one card.
Ooh, wow, Andy Cruz. Okay.
Yeah, Andy Cruz on that card. Then another card. Pay-per-view the same night. Got Floyd Mayweather versus Mikey Garcia. Keith Thurman versus Emontis Stanionis. And Aris Landy Lara versus Danny Garcia. And then you also got Jose Valenzuela in a rematch against Chris Colbert. You can only watch one. Which one you watching? Which one? You can only call one. You can only call one card, man. Which card? Which card you
Man,
watching, man?
well, of course I'm gonna watch both of them, but now I did call two
Now
fights
you
at one
cheating.
time.
You cheating. That
You
wasn't the
know,
question. You
man,
cheating.
I don't know, man. Listen. Let me say this. I want to see how Ryan Garcia looks. All right, cause we're gonna get in that a little later, but he feel disrespected. All right, everybody think he's that Instagram fighter that never take boxing seriously. Now he's over there with Jerry James, and I hear he's a whole different fighter. So I want to see that. But then again, a Devin Haney, I want to go to see him at Regis Prograis. Will Regis Prograis give Devin Haney his first loss? I don't know. I don't know. Can he handle it? But what I saw in Devin Haney, he looking big. He looking big and strong at 140. So, oh man, I don't know. I'm gonna have to think on that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to sleep on that. But all right, what's going on, Sweet Tea? Happy birthday to Sweet Tea, y'all. All right, happy birthday to her. All right, all right. But I'm gonna sleep on that, man. Yes,
It's
I'm
a
gonna sleep
hard
on
one. Listen, bro.
that. Yeah.
Listen. So obviously the most interesting fight, the fight that I'm most interested in is Devin Haney and Regis Prograis, right? So
All right.
if you just grade the cards, right? You got Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis as the main event. You got Floyd Mayweather versus Mikey Garcia as the main event. Obviously, it's Haney and Prograis, right?
Now let me
Because
ask you something. Why you got interest in that fight?
Haney and Prograis.
Yeah.
Cause it's Devin moving up to 140. We're gonna see how he get to look at 140. He gonna be in there with another southpaw. He ain't did the best against southpaws, and I think Regis gonna touch him. I want to see what that chin look like. I want to see if he's able to weather that, or I want to see if he's the master class boxer that our guys like. We got who's in here? We got Bullet Gibson in here and other Devin Haney fans. If he's who they say that he is, then Regis shouldn't be able to touch him with his lack of footwork and how he looked in his last fight. So I'm really interested in that fight for those reasons. But if I'm grading the cards, OG, I got to keep it real with you. So Haney and Prograis versus Floyd and Mikey, I'm way more interested in Haney and Prograis. Like, I'm way more interested in that. But the rest of the card, Floyd card is shitting on this card, bro. Like, when you grade Liam Perro versus Montana Love or Keith Thurman versus Montestanionis, bro, it's Keith Thurman versus Montestanionis. You know what I mean? If you go Ebony Bridges versus Matthew, no disrespect to the ladies, but you grade that against Danny Garcia and Landy Lara, bro. I'm
Right.
Landy Lara and Danny Garcia all day, bro. And then they got
Right.
who else? They got Andy Cruz and Hector Tanahara. Yeah, I'm interested in Andy Cruz and Hector Tanahara. But Jose Valenzuela versus Chris Colbert rematch? Yeah, bro. Like I'm more interested in that. So the card as a whole, Showtime has a better card, but the fight that I'm interested in the most that weekend got to be Devin Haney versus Regis Prograis. Got to be. That's the one out. That's the fight I want to see the most. So I'm gonna buy both of them. I'm gonna watch the whole Showtime card, and then I'll click over to the Devin Haney and Regis Prograis card once Devin Haney and Regis get in the ring. That's kind of how I'm. That's kind of how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be viewing it on that day. But now, do you think, because you have this going around too, do you think that Floyd and Showtime and them did this? Because this is the one I'm hearing, right? I've heard this. They did this on purpose to try to sabotage Devin Haney. Do you think that this is something that Floyd is doing to try to sabotage Devin Haney, man, and his pay-per-view with Regis?
You know what? I don't think so. One thing about Floyd, Floyd, he know Devin Haney. He know him on a personal level. His father trained him. He grew up basically in that gym. So Floyd, listen, Floyd does what Floyd wants to do when he wants to do it. It's nothing personal. He just gonna do it. So I don't think he's trying to sabotage it. People that's saying that, look, you stick with your fighter, all right? Now, don't blame, don't start using excuses, as Terrence Crawford fans say, all right? No excuses, all right? And don't start it now, all right? He's not trying to sabotage. If he don't sell, he don't sell, all right? That's just how it's gonna be. So don't come up and say, well, Floyd, he did it because it didn't. No, don't start that shit, all right? Because one thing about Floyd liked the young man, all right? He liked the young man as he was coming up. As Bill Haney said in the press conference, look, we grew up in the Mayweather gym. We had experience taught by us by none other than the great Floyd Mayweather. Things like that. So no, I don't think so. But you know what? And more I think about it, I would like to see Regis, and I would like and Devin Haney, because I definitely got to see, is he all that people think he is? All right, cause remember. All right, he ain't fought no big competition. All right, he was at the right place at the right time, but we're not gonna get into all that. But still, in all, it is what it is. But no, I don't think so. Knockout. I know.
I got you. Yeah. I just wanted to get your thoughts on it, man.
Yeah.
It's my understanding they already had that date held for a fight before they even knew what date that Devin Haney and Regis was fighting on.
Uh,
And like you said, bro, Floyd just did a press conference with his young phenom Kermel Moton, and he didn't even let Kermel Moton talk. He was talking about himself the whole time. He did press conferences with Tank Davis all the time where we couldn't even hear Tank talk because he was talking all over Tank and stuff. Man, this is a guy that held press conferences and shit when during Tank Davis fight week and shit, taking press and shit away from Tank Davis. So I think that Floyd Mayweather, all the things that made him a great fighter, all the things that made him great in the ring, it's the same things that make him kind of, shun the younger generation, bro. He just trying to get his bag. He don't care nothing about Tank. He don't care nothing about motherfucking Devin, Shakur, none
right.
of them. He just trying shit.
Nope.
He did the same shit to Teofimo Lopez. Remember, Teofimo Lopez's daddy was crying when Teofimo
Right.
was about to fight on Triller and shit, and Floyd had a
Right.
pay-per-view that same weekend. Him and his daddy was crying. So, oh man, Floyd only going against us because he know we gonna be the next face of boxing, and he don't want to pass the torch to it. Like he just do this shit, man. He
Right.
do this
Yeah.
shit all the time. So I don't think he's doing it on purpose, but definitely Devin Haney and them, they need to sell that fight. So far, it seems like they've been doing a good job of trying to sell it. So we'll see how that goes. But definitely, as I said, between the two cards, man, I'm way more interested in the actual fight between Devin and
Right.
Regis over any other fight. But as a fight fan, you got to keep it 100, bro. They got Showtime got a way better card. Them fights is way better. They closer fights. They more intriguing. They 50-50
Right.
fights with bigger names on the card than what
Wow.
Stone gave Devin and Regis, which is why I'm mad that they made that undercard so trash the way that they made. I don't like the undercard, man. I don't like the undercard for Devin and Regis, but I'm more interested in that fight, if that makes sense. But I don't think Floyd did that
Yeah.
shit on purpose, bro.
No, I don't think so either. What's up, Barney? Barney in that super chat, baby. He said, "Thank you to the king and prince of boxing, commentating and fight call. Also, knockout boxing 86 TV detailed predictions showed the research grind going on. All right." I appreciate that, Barney. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you.
Everybody, we got knockout boxing cash out right under him. We got my cash out right under me. All right. So so show these two content, the OG and the young G, some love today. All right. All right. Let's keep going, baby. Yes, sir. Jack Dunn, I see you. What's going on? What's up, Reed? 7215 Philly, baby. I see you. Brian Colbert. What's going on, the winning team? All right. Yes, sir. All right. Son of Tank is in here. All right. Smash the like, fam. Yes, sir. All right. All right. Yes, sir. Let's keep
You
it
got
rolling.
another. You got another one. You got another
Oh, okay.
super chat.
Big dog Willie, baby. Wow. He's in that super chat. He said, "Salute to the diabolical Haney Colt and Captain Bill." Salute to Captain Bill. Wow. Yes, sir. All right. Okay. All right, man. Big dog Willie, you crazy. All
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
Yes,
right.
sir. All right.
All right, man. So the main event in the afternoon, real quick, man. Jack Catterall and Jorge Linares. What'd you think of that fight, man? You called it. What'd you think?
Man, what I think was, first of all, Catterall was scoring at will. And of course, in the southpaw stance, he was pretty much using the right hand, going downstairs, basically like all southpaw does, but it's kind of different when Shakir does it. But he goes right downstairs to the stern. But only thing about Catterall I didn't like is that he didn't start putting punches together. He was throwing one at a time. And I wanted to see some combos, some combinations, things like that. But he did later on start putting shots together. Then, of course, he was making Linares miss, but he wasn't making him pay also. But he would change angles, bring it right back to the center of the ring, and Linares stop, take a deep breath, walk back over there, and trying to come with the feint, the herky jerky type thing, and Catterall wasn't biting off of it. And this is the thing about Jorge Knowledge. He was missing. He was missing a lot last night. Now he looked good. I mean, he was in shape, but he just couldn't score. Catterall was always changing angles. Catterall did never plant himself in one spot on that canvas. He kept moving and throwing that left hand, throwing that right hook and left hand. And then, I mean, he just fought a methodical, thought out fight. It was strategic, and it worked. And that's what it did with Jorge and Linares. Linares is just not that Linares we used to know. They go in there and grind and get in there and move and throw jabs and jabs and jabs and finally find his distance. No, that wasn't the same Linares. All right, this is an aging Linares. All right, see, you want to know how a fighter look when they age? Well, that's how they look, like Linares. Everything is not clicking no more. All right, like they used to. See, when you're younger, see, that's why I say this is a young man sport. Right, when you're young, you start things click. But when you get older, things are not clicking anymore. All right, you had the right idea, but it just won't work because your body say it won't work because you're older now. And that's what I saw from Linares last night. But Catterall, I mean, shout out to him. But I really think, I'm honest. I'm honest about this. I think Catterall would give anybody problems at 140. I really believe that. You know, yep, I really believe that. So, what you think, Knockout?
Man, I think Jack Catterall boxed very well. He controls distance well. He sets up
Mm-hmm.
his punches well. And like you said, he was moving. He wasn't planting his feet. Straight left. Was working down the pipe all night long. He hurt Jorge Linares a couple of times, which is good to see because Jack Catterall ain't
Mm-hmm.
known for a lot of power. But I must say, man, I just think something missing from Jack Catterall. Like I just think he don't he's cautious. He's risk averse. Like Jorge Linares is somebody you supposed to step on, bro. At this point in his career, like
Right.
he's somebody that you supposed to get up out of there. You supposed to just dominate, and he just let him survive, bro. This dude been knocked out 6 times. He retired right after the fight, so he didn't have nothing left, and he knew it. He was just going in there trying to get his last little bag and survive
Right.
and get the hell up out of there. And Jack Catterall kind of, he let him off the hook, in my opinion. I think the
Mm-hmm.
stoppage was there for him. So when I think of Jack Catterall in there against killers, bro, like in there against guys that is really gonna be there to hurt him, guys is gonna keep coming. Um, I wonder can he go to that next level and put on the you know, put on the beats on somebody when he has to, bro. But
Mm-hmm.
overall, he put on a great performance. He won almost every round, in my opinion. I just wish he would have stepped on the gas a little bit more because it's gonna be guys that he gonna fight. That he gonna have to step on that gas, and I don't know if you're not stepping on the gas on Jorge Linares when you faster than him, when you got better skills than him, you younger, more vibrant than he is. You gotta be able to show us another gear, show us another level, because maybe
Mm-hmm.
Jorge Linares can't bring it up out of you because he passed it. He passed his prime. He old. He damn near
Right.
40 years old, and so it's easy to
Right.
you. But somebody gonna bring that up out of you, and if you're not used to having to take it to another level, you might get drowned a little bit. So we'll see what Jack Catterall holds. To me, he's still an undefeated fighter. I felt like he beat Josh Taylor when they fought, so I still view him as an undefeated fighter. Can't wait for him to get his shot to see if he can prove me wrong. But as of right now, the only champion I really think he can beat is Rolly, bro. Like if we talking about putting him in there with Rolly, then yeah, but you got him in
Uh,
there with Subriel Matias, or you gonna put him in there with Regis? Nah, bro. I
uh,
don't, put him in there with Tiafimo. Nah, I don't see
mm,
it, man. I don't see it. I think right up there under his own roof, a fight between him and Richardson Hitchens, man. I got Hitchens, bro.
mm.
I
Yeah.
got Hitchens.
Wow.
So we'll see. We'll see what goes. But great
Mm,
performance from him. He stayed busy. He was able to get the win. And like I just said, man, Jorge Linares retired. What do you think of Jorge Linares' career? Multiple division champion. Took a lot of losses, but he got some championships in some different divisions. As we say goodbye to Jorge Linares in the sport, what are you gonna remember him for, man?
Man, Linares. I think he was a damn good fighter. I really liked Linares in his early days, fighting. I liked the way he moved, and I liked the way he was changing angles and things like that. And now, he's older now, and I think when he fought Devin Haney, I think that shows you that okay, listen, I can land on a younger fighter. He was older. And of course, Haney was younger, but he was able to land. He was able to get in there on Devin. And Devin had the speed. He had everything, the reflexes. But Jorge was hanging in there. He still was hanging in there. And it wasn't a runaway fight like everybody think it was. No, he hurt him, and he hurt him with a straight right. And Devin was robbed. But that's the fight he's going to be remembered about, because everybody gonna keep talking about it towards Devin. Oh, remember, just like the press conference, I told everybody yesterday. Jorge Hernandez, he heard that. He heard that. He heard when Reach is trying to say, "Hey, look, you can't even beat the agent Jorge Hernandez." Well, he heard that. He heard that and said, "Wait a minute. First of all, I'm not aging nowhere. All right, all right. I'm gonna show you all on Saturday night. I can fight. I can still got it. I still have it. And I still go fight." But of course, it went a little bit different, and I think he felt it too. So that's why he retired. But yeah, I really liked him, and I think he did the right thing. See, this was wrong, knockout. Most fighters, when it's time to go, they don't want to go. All
Yeah,
right, when they don't have it anymore, and they know they don't have it, they still want to hang around and still, pretty much hold on to the belts, or just, go through the motions, for a
yeah,
paycheck, for a paycheck. And you know what? And this sometimes that makes me look at a champion a little bit different. Let's just say Floyd Mayweather, for instance. Let's just say he stayed too long and he kept getting knocked out and getting up, getting knocked down, and you'd be like, man, what happened to my hero? What happened to my hero, my goat? Right,
yeah,
man. He looked pitiful out there. Man, he looked pitiful out there. Now you looking at him like, man, shit, come on,
yeah.
man.
Roy Jones, shit, Roy Jones. People don't remember that there was a
Exactly.
time where Floyd
Yep.
Mayweather couldn't lace Roy Jones' shoes,
Yep.
but he kept
Yep.
staying, stayed, and then he started getting beat by dudes that he ain't had no business getting beat by. And now he's remembered for the wrong shit.
There you go.
He's
Right.
remembered for the wrong shit, man. For Jorge
Ever plant,
Linares,
Ever plant had a question for you when you get through.
okay, yeah,
Okay.
for Jorge Linares, man, it's one of those things where he's gonna be remembered not for his championships, not for what he did, in his wins, but he's gonna remember like in a loss to Lomachenko. He put Lomachenko down, made Lomachenko have to overcome some adversity. And Loma eventually stopped him. And then against Devin Haney, like you said, Devin Haney outboxing him thoroughly the whole fight, hurt him, made Devin Haney have to, bite down in those championship rounds. So he's gonna be remembered most for hurting guys that he lost to. You know what I mean? And that's what I will remember him for what he did to Lomachenko earlier, and then what happened with him in the Devin Haney fight, because that was the first time we ever seen Devin Haney get hurt, and I believe that was the first time and maybe the only time that Lomachenko's been down in his career. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but if memory serves me, I think that's the only time Lomachenko had been put down in his career, even to this point, even being in the ring with Teofimo and Devin Haney and
Right.
Jermaine Ortiz, Richard Comey, Nakatani.
Right.
To this day, I think Linares is still the only person to put Loma on his butt. So that's what I remember him for. Because those are moments in Loma's career and in Devin's career. People like, whoa, hold on, you all right? What's going on? Then they had to overcome that shit. And Jorge Linares was the one that was in the ring with him on both times. So that's what I remember him for, man. Is those things, and also just getting knocked out a lot, bro. He got knocked out 6 times in his career, bro.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, getting knocked out a lot, and then almost getting there with the guys that were better than him. He just couldn't never get over the hump and get that big win, in my appearance. But wish him well. Hope everything is okay. He lives in Japan, even though he's from Venezuela.
Right.
But he's over there in Japan, man. Enjoy you some ramen, some sushi, and have a good rest of your life, man. Thanks for giving what you gave to the sport of boxing. That's all I got on him, man. Now as far as that question, to our knowledge, publicly, we know that Haney's fight was made first because it was announced first. So we don't know. Yeah, I don't shit. You have to go with the Haney fight because Haney and them announced they fight first. Floyd's just got announced this week, so that would be my answer to that question. What you got next, OG? What stories you got, man? What's going
Okay.
on, man?
All right. Shout out to H Entertainment 19, baby. What's going on? All right. Keith Thurman. He's back, and you better not duck me, son. You better not duck me, son. That's what I'm talking about. He is back and he is going to take on none other than Stanley Onis.
Yep.
That's right. Stanley Onis, baby. Yes, sir. Man, Keith Thurman's back for one last hurrah on Showtime. So, man, that should be a good fight. And of course, Keith Thurman been out the ring for a long time. Now, I was really high on Keith Thurman. What's going on, Dr. March? All right. I was really high on him. What's up, Nate Dogg? And Robert Singleton. All right, Hollow Fist. Now, but Keith Thurman really disappointed me, man. He really disappointed me because I thought that was going to be the next takeover at 147, and then of course, the inactivity and things like that. But now he meets Stanley Onis. Now, Stanley Onis is a good fighter, man. He's a great fighter. But Keith Thurman is a better fighter because Keith Thurman never lost but what, one fight? Actually, one fight, really? Two, I think, maybe at two at the most. No, one. One, that was to Manny Pacquiao. So but he been inactive for a long time. And so that's gonna be a good fight also. And that's on that card, that's on the Devin Haney card, right?
No, that's on
No,
Mayweather.
Showtime,
The
Showtime,
Mayweather, yeah,
Showtime, right,
Mayweather
Mayweather
and
card,
Mikey
right,
Garcia,
Mayweather,
yeah.
right. Yeah, so but yeah, so that should be a good fight between those two. And that's a good fight to end the year off with too. So I can't wait to see it. Do Keith Thurman got any new things or new wrinkles in his game? I don't know. I still see him fighting the same way he been fighting. Now, what I hear knockout, they fighting at 154. Now I don't know how true that is,
Hmm.
but I think if not, still 147. But still, if he got that big punch they used to have, I don't know, and I don't know he got hurt standing on it like that anymore. He did have a big punch. He'd come all the way from around the corner with it and hit you with it. But now, I don't know because if standing on it get to the body, then Keith Thurman might be getting back on that bike and go and get out of there because he can't take body shots. And that's the thing about it. And Stanley Onis goes through the body very well. So that's what I can't wait to see and see what happens in that fight. So but yeah, that can't wait to see that, man. What you think about it?
Man, both of these fighters they've been real inactive because Stanley Onis, remember he was supposed to fight Virgil, and then Stanley Onis
Right,
and Virgil both had injuries or something where they had to go to the hospital, so they rescheduled the fight, and then Stanley Onis was ready to fight, and then Virgil had to pull out the fight because he got sick again. And
right,
so Stanley Onis hasn't fought since he beat Butayev back in April of 2022, and then we all know Keith Thurman inactive as shit. He ain't fought since February 2022, and before that he hadn't fought since 2019. The man has 3 fights since
uh,
2017, so 3 fights in 6 years. So, obviously, when you look at these two fighters, Keith Thurman is more talented than Stanley Onis, but
mhm,
Stanley Onis is a dog. He tough. He go to the body. He's strong as shit. And if Keith Thurman can't can continue to be on the move and do what we used to seeing him do, move around, dart in and out, throw his combinations, get his power shots off, box smart, use real good lateral movement. If he ain't got his legs and Stanley Owners can make him sit down with him, shit, that's a 50-50 proposition for old Keith Thurman, man. That's a good fight. You know what I'm saying? That's a dangerous opponent to come back to if you keep
mhm.
Thurman. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We'll see how that fight goes. But I'm very interested in this fight because talent talent says Keith Thurman, but activity at the point that they in their careers, how strong
Mhm.
Stanley Onis is, the style with which he fights, high guard, coming to you, being tight, going to the body, nice strong power jab. Um, that's tough. That's tough to
Yeah.
come. That's tough to come back. That's tough to come back against when you're 34, 35 years old. And then Stanley Onis still young. He dedicated. He's still hungry. He definitely the hungrier fighter. So he hungrier, he's stronger, he more active.
Mhm.
Got a good power jab to work his way inside. We don't know what Keith
Mhm.
Thurman gonna look like because he looked like he been just losing it and going down ever since, man, for a long time now. And inactivity is an enemy to fighters, man. All that inactivity and shit, and he ain't been inactive, but still in the gym sparring and shit. he been really inactive. Like he ain't been doing shit. He ain't been
Yeah,
doing nothing for the, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But I'm interested in the fight. I think it's gonna be a real good fight. Definitely gonna be watching that one. The only fight I'm tuning in for the Devin Haney and Regis card is gonna be Devin Haney and Regis. So give me Stanionis and Keith Thurman over anything else on that other card. So I'm gonna have 2 TVs that day watching both of them motherfuckers, man. But yeah, I'm
man.
excited for that fight, man.
And what makes it so bad, knockout? Keith Thurman, that was his choice to be inactive. He
Yep.
was offered fights, but he turned down the fights. Keith Thurman, he got in his mind and his head that he was a unified champion, which he was. But he did lose the belts. Okay, he did lose the belts and was stripped from one and lost the other one. So I mean, but you can't keep going off of that. All right, when you don't fight for a while, you still can't sit there and say, "Well, I demand this much, or I want this much," and you don't get it. And then guess what? You going back home watching TV. That's what's happening. Keith Thurman could have fought many times. Of course, he wasn't gonna fight Earl because Earl didn't want to fight him. Now, of course, Terrence Crawford don't want to fight him. So I mean, you better take what you can get right now, and that's what he got. He got standing on us.
And
So
that goes to his hunger though. That goes to me talking about it because when you hungry, you gonna take them fights. You gonna stay active
yeah,
because you know what I'm saying. You know you gonna win. Like yeah,
uh-huh,
I'm waiting on these guys, but I'm gonna go ahead
uh-huh,
and take this fight so I can stay active, keep winning, give me a payday and shit. That's letting
right,
you know he only want the money, bro. He not coming.
yeah,
He gonna say everybody know Keith, man. Keith gonna
uh-huh,
say all the right shit in the press conference to try to
uh-huh,
get people to believe that he back, that he trying to win something, that he coming back to take over the sport. If it is at 154, like you said it is, oh, he coming back. He know he can run 154. These boys at the division, they can't see me. That's what he gonna say. But his actions
right,
are telling you by turning down fights, only trying to fight fights for a certain amount of money, that he ain't in it to be the best no more. He in it
exactly,
to try to get paid, and that's dangerous going
yeah,
against somebody like Stanionis. Because yes, Stanionis want his money, but he ain't been a world champion yet. He younger than you. He
right,
missed out on an
right,
opportunity against whatchamacallit, Virgil Ortiz. And I don't know if it's at 154, but I do know that Stanionis has a belt at 147. So it would be in Stanionis' best interest to fight at 147, so that he can take advantage of being a champion and maybe get elevated if
mm-hmm,
Terrence Crawford does drop the belts because he has the regular WBA right now. So we'll
uh-huh,
see what weight class they fight in, but man, this is a dangerous fight for Keith Thurman. I'm surprised and I'm excited that he took it. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying. So I hope he does well, man. I hope he does well. But Stanionis ain't no punk. He alive.
oh
He
yeah,
alive. He a live fighter in that fight. Hell, he should be probably slightly favored over Keith Thurman. If I'm making the odds now. I gotta talk about Bullet because Bullet talking about Keith might get the stoppage. I just want everybody in the chat to know Keith's last stoppage was Luis Collazo. That shit was in 2015. So if anybody getting the stoppage is gonna be Stanionis to the body, and I'd be willing to bet anybody that Keith Thurman is not stopping that man, bro. He is
mm-hmm,
not. He will not stop him until Stanionis, man. I guarantee y'all that fight is gonna give you 12 good rounds. You're gonna get to
mm-hmm.
see 12 good rounds, man. You ain't got to worry about no stoppage in that one. But that's all I got on that one, OG.
Okay, okay, all right,
Sir. Yes,
all
sir.
right.
Now, the main event. I'm sorry, the co-main event, man. And then I wanted to talk to you about this Scrappy Ramirez fight. Now, I know you had some stuff you wanted to say about Tank. But Scrappy Ramirez versus Ronald Batista. This was the co-main event on the zone last night. You know what I'm saying? And Scrappy Ramirez went in there and got the stoppage and surprised a lot of people. What'd you think of John Scrappy Ramirez, man, versus Ronald Batista in that flyweight title eliminator in the co-main event last night?
At first, Scrappy had a slow start. You can see right now he's a slow starter, right? That's what it was because every round went off. Of course, what's his name again? I forgot his name. His opponent,
Batista, the other dude named
Batista.
Batista.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Batista. Okay, and I said I called him something else, but anyway,
You probably
he
called him
was in
by his
about
first name. You probably called him
okay.
by his first name, Ronald. Were you calling him Ronald or
No,
Batista or something?
yeah, I pronounce it last name wrong probably.
Just call his ass Ronald. Call his ass the
Yeah,
opponent because he got
yeah,
blasted out there, motherfucker. We talking about Scrappy anyway. His ass is irrelevant. He got his ass blasted out there,
man,
motherfucker.
man, it's a photo, man. But he was having a lot of success though. When it first started, like I told everyone, he was going downstairs to the body. Now he was touching him, but he wasn't touching with some fire, right? He didn't have no mustard behind it. He wasn't snapping it, right? But he was getting downstairs, taking his time, going upstairs, scoring there, going downstairs, scoring there. Now, even though those punches wasn't sitting down, he wasn't sitting down on them. They were scoring punches. And then that's why I'm liking, why Scrappy, he got to let his hands go or something. Because we're going into round number 4. We're going to round number 3 and 4. And he still ain't really stepped on the gas yet. So I'm like, okay. Now, Deontay Wilder, he won 3 rounds off of jabs. And just like this guy, he was doing. But then Scrappy started, once he came out the corner, I forgot what round that was. He came out the corner and he came out smoking. He came out sitting down on his punches. He came down working the body and going upstairs. He was chopping upstairs. I mean, he was very impressive. He was scoring up top and down low. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about. He started putting his shots together and started scoring. And that's what I liked about it. He came and came to fight. That's what he did. At first, maybe he just a slow starter now. Okay, maybe just a slow starter, and of course the young man had a lot of success at the beginning, but he just couldn't take the onslaught. The onslaught, Scrappy started walking to him. He started coming to him, putting that pressure on him, and then he started hitting him in the head and going head hunting. And then he got him down, and of course he was okay, got back up. Here comes Scrappy again. All right, he went head hunting then. I mean, he was right on point last night, and that's what he was showing. He was showing a lot of aggression. All right, a lot of aggression towards him, but it was controlled, and he was right in there, and he pretty much put on a show and closed the show actually. So and I like what he did last night because I thought he was just like about to get mauled over because it like he was cooking the other opponent, like he was, getting ready to throw some hard shit, but it didn't happen that way. It didn't happen that way because Scrappy got, probably got an earful in the corner. I couldn't hear, but probably got an earful and went out there and just, and went off. So I like it. I like it. I love it. I love it when they trade and trade like leather, man. I love it. But so shout out to Scrappy with that fight.
Yeah,
So
he
he
did. He did a good job, man.
yeah.
First of all, Malik Scott is in his corner now, so that was interesting. He
You
was
know
working
what?
with
I
Malik
know
Scott.
that. I noticed that. And
Yeah,
Malik Scott, shout out to Malik Scott, man.
he
You
doing a
know,
good job, man. He's starting.
man,
He's starting to get a little. You know what I'm saying? Starting to get a little
yeah,
name and shit. Like
man, yes, man. He getting a
people was
name.
paying attention, man. Cause he was giving, even though Deontay couldn't really execute what Malik was trying to get him to execute in that third fight with Fury.
Uh,
Malik was giving him some good instructions. Deontay just didn't have the skills to and the energy to pull it off. He had to fight on sheer will and heart because he was already hurt and already tired. But
right.
Malik Scott, man, he might be a trainer to watch in the future for sure.
Oh yeah.
But Scrappy Ramirez, man, I don't know if it's just me, but for me, OG, like the dude Batista, when dudes come out and they just take the back foot automatically and they don't and they just retreat from the opening bell and they throwing jabs and not really sitting down on it. That's just a red flag to me, bro. Like I don't like that cautious ass, back-footed ass approach right from the opening bell. Like I feel like it's a fight. You shouldn't back up until the motherfucker make you bag up, bro. Like and
Right.
so
Right.
when he was doing that and Scrappy was walking to him, I was like, okay, maybe he just trying to corner him. But as you said, Scrappy could just get his timing. And this is why I don't like guys not sitting down on shots. You right, Scrappy wasn't throwing anything, but he was being defensively responsible. And if the other
Right.
dude is pity patting or whatever, you get to collect his
Right.
time and see how fast his hands are, see where you can corner him and shit. You got time to see where he bringing his hands back to and all of that shit. And then what happened in the third and fourth round? He was throwing them same pity pat shots, and then shit started coming in between them, started coming over the top of him. And then Scrappy basically got him out of there in a round and a half, bro. Because he had his timing, the dude was bagging up, he was able to corner him, and And when now that lazy jab that he was throwing, where he was bringing it back down to his knee, now Scrappy throwing the straight right hand right over the top of it, countering the ass, and now he get popped. That little right hand that he's scared to sit on when he was throwing that little weak ass 1-2. Now it's an up jab coming with speed and explosiveness right in between that motherfucker, because you ain't letting your hands go. He ain't got to worry about nothing coming back at him. And then now he leading your ass. He countering you at the same time while you bagging up, not sitting on your punches, and you get your ass stopped, man. So it was a good performance from Scrappy Ramirez. And you could tell everything that Malik Scott told him to do, and everything that his other trainer told him to do, he was absorbing both of their shit, and he was actually going out there and he was going to do it. And you can see the talent, man. He can parry your shots. He's fast enough to roll with shots. He's an explosive puncher without even loading up on shots. So Scrappy got some things that he can fight inside. He can do some things really, really well. I just want to see what it looked like at the high level, because not only does he start slow, but he's faded in a couple of fights too. So he'll start slow, get real strong in the middle, and then towards the back half, he'll be looking up at the clock. Yeah, he'll fade, and you can't start slow and fade, bro. Now you can't, it can't be both. You need to start fast. If you fading at the end of the fight, you need to be a fast fucking starter. Or if you start slow at the beginning of the fight, you need to be a strong finisher. You can't be both. That's gonna get you beat. That's gonna get you beat if you start slow and then you turn up in the middle of the fight, but that makes you tired. So now you finish slow too. That's gonna get your ass beat as you step up in competition. So he's now the WBA mandatory in the flyweight division. 112 pounds down there with Jesse Bam Rodriguez and Sonny Edwards and all those guys are fighting it. So all those guys fight on the zone too. So that's that's gonna be those are fights that should be able to make, even though he's a Golden Boy fighter. He fights on the zone. So the 112-pound division goes through the zone right now. They got like 3 of the 4 belts. So get that shit cracking. He did call out Kazuta Ioka, who he's the mandatory for. I hope he's ready to go to Japan though, because if he gonna get the Ioka fight, you fighting his ass in Japan. You better know that off the rip. So I hope you're ready to go get you some fried rice and get that shit cracking, because he ain't coming over here to America to fight your ass if that's the fight you want next. So we'll see what goes on next for Scrappy, man. But good performance last night, and he did his thing. Yeah, D1. He was the co-main event on the Alexis Rocha card last night.
Right. Yes, he was.
All right, man. Before we get to the main event, man, what other stories you got, man? What's going on? What's going on with this title you got, man? What's up with this, man? What's going on?
Now, the Rise podcast. Okay. They made a statement. They said this is the fight the fans want, and I'm not blaming either side, but we are just saying in 2024 that we're gonna make this happen. And they are talking about Devin the Dream Haney. They want Devin Haney. Now, of course, we saw how big Devin Haney was. All right. Now, Devin Haney is a big 140 pounder. There's no way he can make it back down to the 135. All right. So that means that what? A catch weight or Gervonta Davis gonna fight at 140. They want this fight for Gervonta Davis. But we got a couple fighters that don't like it. We got a couple fighters that pretty much are saying Tank is protected. All right. His name is Teofimo Lopez. And Lopez don't like it. All right. But of course, like Leonard Ellerby said, we are gonna make Tank a star. And what happened? They did make him a star. They made him a star. And he's not complaining at all. Now, I know what you all thinking. Oh, well, Tank haven't really fought no big names. So, I mean, but see, Tank sells. See, it's also a business too. And a lot of people don't understand that. It's also a business. And see, this is the thing of what Golden Boy and Ryan. See, they thought Ryan was going to tap into that Instagram following and turn that into dollars, but it didn't work. And plus, Ryan met Oscar with resistant. All right, he came up and said, "Hey, look here, I ain't going for that." But see, Tank said, "Hey, I'm good. All right, I'm good because I like how my bank account is looking. All right, because y'all did everything y'all said y'all were gonna do. All right, but see, that's the difference. Tank want to fight the big fights. Tank want the big names, but see, Leonard Ellaby, and PBC, they don't want to spoil their so-called money bag. All right, because right now Tank is that money man. All right, so they don't want to rock the apple cart, as they say. But now Till, he comes out and say, listen, Tank is protected about the PBC. He's protected by boxing. But let's be honest, all right? Tio don't have that charisma. He don't have that swag. He don't have that fan base that Tank has. Like I said, I don't care where Tank fight at. Tank can fight on the Oprah channel, and he still will sell. He still will sell. So that's just Tank. See, you can't be like other fighters. You got to work with what you got. Now, Tio, no, it ain't nothing but jealousy, y'all. That's all it is. It's nothing but jealousy. Now, yes, he might have fought the best competition, but one thing about it is he still can't put butts in the seat like Tank can. Now, of course, this is what I was alluding to when I said about Devin. Now, people thought I was hating on Devin. I'm not hating on Devin. It's just that Devin's not cut from that cloth. All right? Everybody was dealt a card, all right, in their life. All right? You was dealt a card. Devin grew up with money. All right? So he really didn't have to work from the mud, as Regis Prograde would say. He didn't come up from the mud on up. No, he did not. All right, because he was handed everything. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. But it doesn't matter. That don't make you not being a good fighter. He's still a good fighter. But Till thinks it makes a difference. Still think that makes a big difference. No, it doesn't. Tank still got to go in there. He still got to train. He still got to be careful. He still got to be on defense. Because anybody can knock you out. All right? Because this is boxing. All it takes is one punch that can rock you. And Tank is against the odds because he's a short in stature, right? But he carry a big stick. So that's what I'm saying, and that's what Teal gonna have to realize. All right, this ain't the takeover no more, Teal. All right, because let you and your daddy say, don't tell it. You don't even be boxing because you almost died in the ring, right? So now, you complaining about Tank. So sometimes knockout when you see other fighters looking in looking in or looking and see and don't know what they're talking about and looking and see what Tank is doing and not worrying about what they doing, then they start focusing on what Tank is doing and they want the same thing. But it's not the same thing, baby. It's not the same thing because you're not putting and selling out like Tank is doing. So that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, man. That's all I'm saying.
Man, I
Yeah.
agree with a lot of what you said, but as you were saying it, I was sitting here thinking, and bro, these fighters and they fan bases, they getting on my damn nerve. Like I'm watching. Like, didn't Teofimo just retire, bro?
Yeah.
Didn't he just
Right.
retire and then unretire, right?
Right.
He fighting at 140 now, right?
Right.
So
He almost died at 140. His father
yeah,
said
I'm
35.
listening to these guys be like, "Oh, Tank a bitch. Tank don't want no smoke." I'm listening to their fan
Right.
bases. Oh, Tank don't want no smoke. Tank the A side. He can just send the contract. But I'm watching these fighters one by one. Everybody in here, we all heard Tank say, "Yeah, 140. I ain't feel comfortable, so I'm fighting at 135. I'm
Right.
fighting at 135. I don't feel comfortable at 140." Everybody heard him say that. Everybody knows that that's the weight class that he fight at. And I'm watching dudes go up to 140 and then tell him, "Hey man, yeah, I'm at 140 now. I beat your ass. You will hold you this, but hey, I can't do no catch weight though." So Teofimo, Ryan Garcia made him have to fight at a catch weight. Regis Prograde just said, "Yeah, if I beat Devin, I won't Tank, but no catch weight though."
Right.
You heard Devin say no catch. Like, all these dudes is going up to a whole different weight class and then calling for him to fight them on their terms and shit. But then these would be the same fan bases, OG, that be like, "Oh, he the A side. He can just send the contract."
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he can't, because motherfuckers is already publicly saying that he would have to negotiate with them and give in to them to get the fight, bro. Like, so
Mm-hmm.
all this, so I say all that to say that all this talk of the A side can just send the contract and the A side can fight whoever they want to fight whenever they want to fight them. Why didn't fucking Canelo and Bivol happen? It's because Bivol tried to negotiate. He didn't just take what Canelo was offering him, bro. Canelo and fucking Caleb Plant almost didn't happen because Caleb Plant was negotiating. So this stupid ass theory that Tank Davis can just send motherfuckers contract and then the fight will automatically happen. That shit just stupid. It don't make no sense. Like, these dudes are literally in public. Dog, I don't mean no disrespect, because I know he been on the show and shit. Regis Progress is trying to tell Tank Davis what he will and won't do.
Right.
To get in fight with him. Like, what? Bro, you like what are you talking about, bro? You are the most B-side of all B-sides in the history.
Link. Right.
And you trying to tell him no catch weight, no this, no that. The same with Ryan Garcia, bro. All of these dudes, man, I think they blood, bro. Jorge Linares, if you go look at his quotes, Jorge Linares called out Tank Davis leading up to the Catterall fight, bro. He said, when I win, I want Tank Davis next. And then after Catterall beat his ass, he retired, bro. The popular thing to do nowadays is to call this young man out, attach him to your fight in some way, and everybody always want to fight Tank when they got something coming up. Because here's the worst kept secret. Let me break some news for you, OG. Ryan Garcia, all he got to do is win, and the fight with him and Teofimo is already done.
Yeah.
So all these dudes, they always got fights lined up, and then when they got fights lined up, everybody want Tank, bro. Everybody want Tank, because Devin wasn't the only person that was quiet. After Teofimo beat Josh Taylor, he didn't say shit about Tank. He retired. When Tank was free, after he retired, bro. And then he unretired. And now he talking again, because we know that his team is in talks with Ryan Garcia, bro. Like, so I be listening to these dudes, man, and it upsets me, because I really want these fights. I want to see Tank Davis in the best fights. I want to see all these guys in the best fights. But these dudes are literally coming around here telling me, like, say, bro, Tank is this, Tank is that, or he don't want this, or he don't want that. He the A side, bro. Tell him just send the contract. Bro, motherfucker can't just send the contract to people. People gotta want the fight, number one. And number two, Ryan Garcia negotiated. These other dudes are gonna want to negotiate too. These motherfuckers is acting like all he gotta do is send the contract and they gonna take the fight. No, your guy gonna try to negotiate some shit, whether it be money, whether it be a weight that's preferable to them, or whether it be catch weights, whatever. They gonna try to negotiate some shit. He can't just send contracts to motherfuckers and they take it. It's the stupidest shit that I've heard people talking about, bro. And Teofimo and Regis and all these guys are evidence of that, bro. They evidence of that. So I'm just sitting back, bro, waiting to see who Tank gonna fight. If it's somebody I don't want him to fight, I'm gonna cook him. But as far as like Teofimo and all these guys talking and shit, it's always easy for a motherfucker to talk when they got something lined up, bro. It's always Regis talking about he won't Tank, and he'll fight him at a catch. He ain't taking no catch weight. He ain't doing this. He ain't doing that. But bro, when you ain't had no fight coming up, all you was talking about was Devin Haney. You ain't say shit about Tank, bro. You and your team, you were talking about Devin Haney for the past 2-3 months. Now that you about to fight Devin, now it's Tank this and Tank that, bro. This shit getting old, man.
Right.
Oh, bro, they do this shit every time, bro. Every time these dudes got a fight coming up, they use this man to sell their fight. I feel like they should pay him. I feel like he should charge them a promotional fee, bro. I feel like all these fighters owe Tank Davis 10%, bro. All of them, like whoever, him too. I feel like they owe Tank Davis 10% for selling they fight against his will, because he ain't trying to sell their fight. He ain't trying to have his name in the mix and shit. But goddamn it, his name keep coming up. So I feel like they owe him 10%. They owe him 10% of all their fees. If he come up, if you use him to sell your fight, if you talking about how you'll fight him and how you keeping your belts for a reason, how you doing this, how you doing that, it's crazy, bro. Makes no sense. Makes no sense. Everybody want to fight Tank when they got a fight coming up. But when they ain't got no fight coming up, motherfuckers is busy.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers is busy. KO just answered Nick J. What? I ain't see no question. I ain't see no.
uh,
I ain't see no question. You know what I mean? But
hold on. Let me say,
what
Nick
question?
J. How does okay? Hold on.
What you say?
Uh, how does everybody want to fight Tank and yet nobody wants to fight him at the same time?
How does
How
that
does
work?
that
Oh
work?
yeah, because they don't really want to fight them. They always want to fight them when they fighting somebody else, but when they free, they go crickets. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't know if it's hard to understand or if I didn't say it clearly. But long story short, everybody that's talking about him right now got a fight coming up. But when they ain't got no fight coming up, they silent. That's the point. They all clout chasing and shit, and they don't really want to fight. Just like I told y'all. That's why I'm just sitting here just waiting. But we gonna see what's gonna happen, man.
Right.
But I think you got a super chat or something. Did you have a super chat? Or am I
Oh,
tripping?
you know what? Hold on. Yeah, I think I did. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big.
You had it highlighted. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Big Dog Willie. Yes, sir. In that super chat, baby. Yes, sir. Said, congratulations to Bill and Devin Haney for Quaker Oats Company becoming their sponsor. Bill and Devin will be on front of the Cap'n Crunch cereal box.
Man, Big Dog really bullshit. But let me say this, OG, because I haven't said it on this platform yet. So
Okay.
did you
Go ahead.
see that? Cause I'm firm. I'm firm and I'm gonna call it like it is, but I'm also 100 with everything I do and say. So did you see the shit where they were talking about Bill Haney smoking on Tank and all that shit that's going around right now?
He's smoking on Tank.
So a video popped up of him. You know, he had a BLUNT, some good or whatever. He had some of that green, some of that ganja, and he
Uh-huh.
was saying we smoking on Tank. You know what I'm saying? And people were talking about that shit. It happened like 2 days ago. Videos started dropping about that shit, right?
What the hell that mean?
Like basically saying that they gonna smoke Tank, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But that
See
shit.
that would kill me though. All
No,
right,
no,
I don't
hold on,
mean to
hold
cut
on,
you
cause
off.
cause it's
Okay, go
bullshit.
ahead.
I'm gonna
All
tell you
right.
it's bullshit
Okay.
though, because that video of him doing that shit was 2 years ago. And what people are trying to do
Oh,
is they trying to act like he went and he did that shit and he made that video after the Regis program and Devin Haney press conference. And
oh,
so I made a video on it letting everybody know, like, nah, bro, he did that shit 2 years ago. This an old ass video, motherfuckers trying to bring back up. Don't this ain't like
right,
it's plenty of shit to criticize him for over
right,
some shit that he actually did. This one right here, this shit old. So we
right.
gotta put that shit out there. I got a video up on it already, but that shit
But
is old because I think it came up on the Rise. I don't know if they know it. I think I saw Blue Blood make a video about it. And I saw some more people making videos about it. That shit is old, bro. That video didn't happen right after the Devin Haney Regis Prograis fight, like people are trying to tell y'all. That shit, he shot that shit 2 years ago. And if you go click on the actual video, it'll tell you that the video was 2 years ago. And it also, if you go to the comments, you'll see comments posted from 2 years ago and 5 months ago and shit. So that's just somebody bringing up some old shit, looking for some content, trying to, you know what I'm saying, trying to sully people's name and push narratives. And we don't push narratives over here. All I ask is keep the same. It's always the same shit. It's always the same shit, OG. Keep the
yeah,
same
see,
energy. Keep the same energy when you free that you had when you got a fight coming up. Because when motherfuckers got fights coming up, they want all the smoke. They'll do anything to make the fight. They'll do this. They'll do that. But the moment that they free, people get quiet. They go into talks with other people, and they ain't got none of the same shit to say that they were saying when they had a fight lined up. That's all I be asking people to do. But that's all I got, man.
let me say this knockout before we get to the main event.
Yeah.
Look, when we talking about the press conference, I heard a lot of content creators, and some got personal relationships. Let's be honest, all right? Let's be honest, all right? And I used to talk to Bill too on the phone, but until I started speaking my damn mind. But listen, I hear them saying, "Well, that was very disrespectful." Regis trainer, and he was very disrespectful.
Get the
God
fuck
damn it,
out.
what you think Bill been doing? I mean, Tank Davis posters, mug shots, looking for Thanksgiving Day. I mean, Fino, Lopez in the liquor store. I mean, goddamn. I mean, come on, let's call a spade a spade. All right. Yeah, I'm a Jamel Charlo fan. If he effing up, I'ma say it. All right, I'ma say it. No, Jamel, you're doing a little bit too much. But nobody want to call Bill on his shit. Why? Cause cause he took care of his son, what he's supposed to be doing any goddamn way, right? So I mean, I'm just saying. That's all I'm saying, though. But no, it works both ways. Now, come on, we gotta be honest with ourselves.
You
You
say he
know?
was you say he was disrespectful. That people saying that
Yeah,
Regis
yeah,
trainer was
yeah.
disrespectful.
Yeah, they said the train was very disrespectful and unprofessional, right? And I'm like, wait a minute,
Man, bro,
right,
that's
right.
what you supposed to do.
That's what I'm
I love the
saying,
press, man. Devin called him a bum. Devin was
man.
talking his shit too, and it was big. Man, hold on.
And I'm like, wait a minute, did he
Devin was
really say
talking his
that?
shit too, and Devin clowned his ass, and I loved it.
Yes,
I
yes,
want more, bro. I wish
right,
that Regis was talking instead of his trainer, bro. What the
right.
like? No, man, hell no. They
And when I
supposed to be
heard that, I'm like,
disrespectful.
what? I mean, he was really going in on the train. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God, right? And I don't got nothing against Bill. That ain't cool dude and everything, but but they just looking at one side, no, I mean, yeah, I like it. That's what you're supposed to do at a press conference. You're supposed to sell that fight. Now, Reggie probably didn't say nothing because he said, hell, I ain't getting no back end money, so I'm gonna be quiet, But
Yeah,
man,
Regis was
but
acting like he getting a flat fee like a motherfucker. You want to talk about a flat fee? That's a flat fee ass fighter right there. Hey, he was in that bit like, man, I'm just here, man. This some bullshit.
yeah,
Devin selling
yeah,
this motherfucker because Devin getting some front end money. He making more. He making more on the front
yeah,
end money, and Eddie had to give him some
yeah.
back end money. And Eddie just told me I signed the contract for a guarantee, and that's all I get. This some bullshit.
Yeah,
This is
but
some bullshit.
I mean, I don't like mess and stuff, but I like when they go back and forth like that, right? And that sells the fight to it, make it interesting, and it makes you want to watch it. And I mean, I like that
Man,
stuff, man. I mean, ain't not one side being disrespectful and the other one just sitting there, being professional. Hell no, But they got it all twisted. I don't know what
hey,
they were looking at.
I guess they missed the part. Bill told him, man, what, man? Can you buy this? He's still like, can you buy this? Can you even afford this shit? Can you buy this shit, nigga? Like, bro, maybe we should all go rewatch that shit together because the haters
Man,
be popping that shit too. And basically,
man,
if we're gonna
yes,
be real, Reed just left his homie out to dry because it was 2-on-1.
right,
It was
right,
two
yeah.
on one out there,
He
bitch.
called him a
And
clown.
Devin
But
and Bill
one thing,
was on his ass, bro.
one thing I can say, I'm going to shout out Bill Haney though, right, right. Because one thing about him knockout, Bill Haney can take a question that you ask him. He go all around the bush with it, right? And he'll talk about this and that. Did you forget the question that you asked him, right? And he be talking that smack, baby, right? And I like it. I like it though, right? He old school like I am, right? He'll talk that smack. You ain't gonna catch Bill in nothing, right? You're not gonna catch him in nothing, baby. The truth or a lie. You're not gonna catch him in that. And that's one thing I like about him, man. That's
Man,
all
yeah.
I got on that,
Yeah,
man.
but nah, bro, that
Yeah,
press conference was fire, bro. Anybody
yeah,
that don't like the press conference or whatever, man, I don't know, dog. Like that politically correct shit about like, oh, it's a great fighter. I think that he's gonna be a great fighter. We got our hands full.
right.
He's a champion. All that bullshit, man. I'm not trying to hear
Uh,
that shit, bro. I'm
uh,
not like this. They fighters, bro. KQ, they could die in the ring. They
right,
fighting, they throwing hands at each other. If you ever been in a fight, were you respectful, like in the fight, like? You about to fight somebody where y'all like, yeah, bro, let's just go ahead and fight. It's gonna be a good fight. Let's fight. Nah, you talk, man, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
for
Use this,
real.
use that.
Yeah,
I'm about to do this to you. I'm gonna do
yep,
that to you. And then like, ain't nobody like, come on, bro. That shit, like, motherfuckers won't respect and like show respect after the fight, bro. If
right,
and I don't even like that half of the time because it make it seem like all the shit you said before the fight is fake or whatever.
right,
But
right.
if you gotta show respect, if it's gonna be one of the things where you're showing respect, show that shit after the fight. But the press conference should be disrespectful. If I had a fighter, I'd be like, man, you need to make these motherfuckers think you're gonna fight him right now. You need
Mm-hmm.
to make all the fans, everybody think that you want to fight him right now. Now, don't mess up the bag though. Don't drop the
Right,
bag. Don't
right,
don't
right.
don't fumble the bag and actually swing off on this motherfucker. But they need to believe that you are trying to hit this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like they need to believe that. I don't
Uh,
understand that shit. So anybody complaining about how the dude disrespected Devin, at the press conference. Just go listen to what Devin said about him. They was disrespecting each other. It was beautiful, and I loved it. Shit, it was
Right,
beautiful, and
yeah,
I loved it. And I hope they have another one. I
right,
hope the week of the fight, I hope it's even worse because they couldn't wait and they even more mad. That's
right,
what I hope.
right, right. Hey, but what Devin, man, I looked at Devin, man, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm having second thoughts about this Regis and Devin fight, man, because Devin's a big dude now, right? And I hear he's still growing. So man, I mean that changed a lot of things, especially in my head, man. Shoot, Devin, man, I don't know. He looks strong, man. He looks strong and man, big.
He look like he at
So
least about like 160 probably.
well, yeah, Regis
One,
say 170, but
no, I don't think he 160. He look like he about 160, 162, something like that. Like naturally just in shape, walking around. He a big dude, man.
man,
He a
how you
big
get
dude. He
down to
could
135?
high
Why?
ass high ass metabolism, and
Man, that's
a
crazy.
tough strength. UFC fighters cut about 25, 30 pounds regularly to make weight, man.
Wow,
And you
man,
know
that's
when
crazy.
you that big, they give you an advantage, man.
Mm-mm-mm. Well, man, oh man.
Yeah, when you that big, if you
Uh,
more weight you can cut, that's an advantage until it's not. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
mm,
He may be big for 140. He may look like he struggled to make 140, bro. He a big young man, dog.
yeah, yeah,
He,
yeah,
he,
yeah.
he a big young man, bro. That's why we'll see how he looks as he moves up in weight, and we'll see what that power looking like at 140. Regis is somebody that he should be able to hit clean. He should be able to hit clearly.
Mm,
And we'll see what he able to do.
yeah. Drink more water. What's going on, baby? I been who dingy? What's going on? Donald Jenkins, what's going on with you? All right. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay. Knockout. We talking about the main event. The main event. We are
Yes,
talking
sir.
about Alexa Rocha and Sectalion. If I'm saying that name right, I don't know. All right, Nikki J is in the chat, so she probably giving me a whooping for saying that. All right, but anyways, I'm saying the name right, Sectalion.
Santillan, yeah, Giovanni Santillan. No, what
Yeah,
they say, Santillon. They call him
Sectalion.
Santillon. That's how you say
Okay,
it.
French. Okay,
I'm gonna
all
call
right.
his ass Giovanni. Shit.
Okay, Giovanni. All right. Well, that was a good fight. All right. Okay, you want to go first, or want me to talk
Yeah,
about it?
man. Alexis Rocha. I told everybody whichever fighter could make the other one fight off their back foot was gonna have a better time, a better chance to win the fight. And Santillon, he came out. He was just strong, man, physically strong. He pushed
Uh-huh.
Alexis Rocha back, and Alexis Rocha, you could tell he not comfortable fighting off his back foot. And I don't watch all since I had a channel. I done watched and predicted every Santillon fight. He ain't never looked that strong. He ain't never hit that hard a day in his life, bro. Like he was highly motivated, and he went in there. He pushed that boy back. His combinations was landing, and Rocha he was slow, and he didn't have the defense, and he got his nose busted up. And then once he finally decided to try to sit down there and try to sit down and stand up with Santillon, he just wasn't strong enough physically. Santillon looked like the bigger, stronger, more physical fighter, and he had pop on his punches. I watched him throw like 5-6 hooks in a row. I'm like, God damn, where this come from, bro? Where this come from? So it was a great performance by him, and it's one of them ones. Top Rank developed him. Top Rank sent him over there, and hindsight being 2020, thinking about the fight, Bob Arum said he'll never put his fighters in a championship fight or in a championship level fight unless he was like 70 to 80% sure that he was gonna win. So them matchmakers over at Top Rank, they told him something, and Giovanni went over there and did that shit and did it beautifully, bro. Did that man all kind of dirty. And
Yeah.
Alexis Rocha, man, he got to go back to the drawing board and he got to figure something out, because I don't know, like, shit, can he go down in weight? Shit, I don't know, because he ain't gonna be champion at 147 pounds. I know he only 20-something years old, but it's over with, bro. Because Giovanni, although he looked good against Alexis Rocha, he ain't really like that, bro. He ain't no top 147 pounder. So to have him beating on your ass like that, whew, it could get ugly for you. But another one bites the dust for Oscar De La Hoya, and this just
Yeah.
shows that when Rashidi Ellis beat him, you should have been trying to push Rashidi Ellis instead of still trying to push Alexis Rocha. and you done
Right.
pushed him, you done fed Blair Cobbs to him, you done built him up, only to have him get in a fight like this and get his ass ran through. And I'm talking about he got done dirty. Got
Yeah.
done dirty by Santillan. Just bigger, stronger, pushed him back. Rocha couldn't fight off his back foot. And at that point, the fight was over with, man. He did what he did, man. So shout out to Giovanni for a great victory. And he's now the mandatory for the WBO. And he said if Crawford wanted, he can get it. So
Hmm.
that's where we at, man.
Yes, sir. Man, oh man. I think Rocha. I mean, I think he was used to dominating his opponents. Someone alluded to this in the chat last night. He used to bagging people up. He used to walk into everyone. But Santana, he couldn't do that last night. He stood there in the southpaw stance and he was throwing overhand left hands, and they was landed right on the head. Like he was head hunting a lot last night, and he was scoring. But only thing about it, the referee was calling him by hitting rabbit punches. Now, of course, in the southpaw stand, when you throw the overhand left, it does land right here, right behind the head there, but it's almost back in the back head there. So, but Santini like, okay. And he went right back and did it again, right? And he kept
Yeah.
on doing it, right? And then the referee didn't say nothing that time. And then maybe he said something another time, but he went right back again. Then next thing you know, he just wailed off on Rocha. Now, at this time, we ain't talking about the first round, but he just started sitting down on every shot. I mean, he took the right hand and he must have hit Rocha with that right hand about 20 times. I mean, he was bam, 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 bam. And Rocha's nose just bursted open with a lot of blood. And then, of
He just
course,
kept throwing that bitch, bro.
yeah, right. Yep, that's what he was doing,
Over and
man.
over again, like, God damn.
Hey, man, I'm talking about he was throwing it hard, man. And shout out to Rocha, man. Cause Rocha, man, he took it though, right? And he tried to fight back. He had some courage. He tried to fight back. He got that dog in him. He hasn't wasn't enough dog in him though, right? It was more like maybe a small dog and not one of them big rock wallows. That's what it was, right? But he had a little dog in him, and man, I'm talking about Centennial, man. He just went in there. He stood right there. Now, I will say this. I think Rocha fought his fight last night. I think Rocha fought Centennial fight. Now, what Rocha should have did is back out of there and then get to his boxing. What's up, A1? I see you, baby. All right.
Hey,
Yes,
Ruben,
sir.
what up, man?
So he should have backed out of there and went to boxing because see, you could match him with the hand speed or the power. There's no way. There's no way he could have matched him with that. So I mean, it just wasn't no way. And so now this when you go to game a plan B. All right. Now Robert Garcia had him fighting a great fight though. Robert Garcia had him on point. I have to give him that. I got to give him that credit. Wait a minute. Was that Robert Garcia?
Yeah, Robert
Yeah,
Garcia is
Robert Garcia. Yeah,
Giovanni attorney.
right,
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
He had him in there on that. They gonna try to rob us. Shit, he had that boy.
right.
He had that boy geeked up. They gonna try to rob us. He told him. I don't care what the ref tell you. Keep doing it. He told him.
Yep, yep.
He didn't give no. He was trying to keep that boy motivated, and that shit
Right.
worked, man.
Yeah. Derek James told Earl Spencer a long time ago. Hey man, look, they say it's a low blow. Keep going downstairs. Keep going downstairs. And that's what he been doing. And no, and look, and Rocha, he knew he was outgunned. So there you go, putting up the high guard, going for it and putting up the high guard, and then of course that didn't stop. That didn't stop. Centennial. He kept bursting through the high guard. Because what he did was, he's in a southpaw stand and he curved the left hand. He curved the right hand. He went around the guard right behind the ear. And that was really, really rocking Rocha. And Rocha, man, he just can sustain it. He just can sustain the beat down. And I'm talking about that was a beat down. All right.
Yeah,
I mean,
he beat
I'm
that
talking
boy
about,
into
yeah,
submission. Yeah.
exactly. This ain't no one round knockout, nothing like that. He broke him down, and he broke him down like knockout say dirty, very dirty. So man, but it was a great fight, and I mean that topped off the whole day of boxing, and that's how you close the show. I'm talking about the whole day. That's how you close the show, baby. All right. But like I said, Rocha might have to rethink some things. All right. But he should have went to Plan B though. They should have had a Plan B where he come out of that pocket and go back to boxing. That's what he should have done. Or can he box? I don't know. But one thing about it is he should have changed up. All right. You should have had a Plan B. That's how I look at it. So you just went in there and y'all banged it out. That's what happened, and you came out on the short end of the stick. So that's what it was. I mean, shout out to Giovanni Santana for that win. All right.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Barney, what's going on, Barney? Once again, baby, in that super chat. He said, respect to Knockout Boxing 86 TV, research grind. I got back Zoo regardless of KO prediction outcome. Nothing personal, KO. Oh, yes, sir. He's
Yeah,
a
I
Tim
don't
Zoo.
know what you talking about. Nothing personal right now. Shit, I
Yeah.
got
See,
Tim Zoo. If you
yeah,
talking about Tim Zoo, Jamel Charlo, shit, right now I'm favoring Tim Zoo.
yeah. Tim Zoo. Hey. Okay. All right now.
I'm just saying, bro. Like you saw your boy run around the ring, just running and shit the whole fight, man. I guess I don't know, man. We,
He felt
we
that
don't we
power,
don't we
man.
don't run like that in Dallas, man. It must be a Houston thing, man. I don't know.
Hey man, look.
I don't
Hey,
know, man.
okay. I'm not gonna get into that with you right now, man.
I'm just saying, man. You
I'm
running
gonna tell
around the
you,
ring, man.
it's a reason why
Yeah,
he did
man.
that, right? He was coming to box, right? He just felt that power. He decided, I better survive and not get knocked out, and just take the W or the L on home. That's
He
all.
knew he wasn't
You know?
taking no W home, man. You gotta throw punches to take a W home, man. You can't be out there just running around, man. Talking about I'm gonna take
But
the win. He knew he was taking the L. Hey, but you know what? He did win though. He did take the W because he got some money and shit. And if you saw his face after the fight, he was happy in him. I ain't never seen a loser be that happy, man. Like that's the happiest lose I ever seen in my life, man. I'm just playing Travion. Don't do Travion. I'm just playing Travion 2-3, man. These just
yeah,
jokes, man. Shout out
yeah.
Houston, man. These just
Yeah,
jokes.
yeah, man. You and Barney, man, y'all. See, Barney stay down there by the down there somewhere next door. But I'm gonna tell you, Jamel, Zoo don't have no feet movement. All right, he doesn't have no feet movement, and he got power. That ain't no problem, cause Jamel will box his socks off. Jamel, now he ain't no Canelo. Trust me. Now Tim Zoo got a hit list shirt out. He got Terrence Crawford on there. And he got also Canelo Alvarez on there. And he has Jamel Charlo on there. You ain't getting Canelo, all right? That's out of the question.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
shit
You ain't
done.
getting Jamel right now. Because Jamel got an IBF
Yeah,
mandatory
Marcus
protection.
Aliev. You gotta fight Marcus Aliev.
Exactly. That's if he go back down to 154. And Terrence Crawford, he sneak his ass over to the WBO to see can he get appointed, and don't believe that they appointed him. No, he asked them to mandate him. All right, so he could be the mandatory to Tim Zoo. All right, but still in all, look, Jamel, look, he can bang at 154. That's why I keep telling everybody weight classes are for a reason. And that goes to show you. That goes to show you. Weight classes there for a reason. And Jamel, he's a damn good fighter at 154, but at 168, not so much. Right? So, but anyway, respect to you, Barney Man, in that super chat, baby. Always supporting the channel. All right. Yeah, so we got Nate Dog D1 in that super chat. He's a great show, my G's, OG, and Young G. Yes, sir.
Appreciate you,
Remember that.
man. We
All
just chill.
right. Appreciate it. All right. Keena Native, what's going on? Yes, sir. So what else you got, man?
Man, I don't really have nothing else. Tyson Fury is fighting this week. Or you gonna be calling that fight?
Hell no.
Fighting Francis and Gunner. You missed A1. A1 Hoop Zone got a super chat there too, man.
Oh, yeah. Did I
Yeah,
miss it?
yeah, right above the one you just did.
Oh. Oh, wait a minute.
Right above D1, right above Nate Dogg.
Oh, okay, man. My fault. A1. Yes, sir. A1 in that super chat. He said, hey, hold up, OG. I see the waves coming in. Your barber, the barber to go. Man,
He You say you got the waves and shit.
Yeah, man, that dude
Crazy.
funny, man. That dude
Yeah,
funny, man. He funny,
crazy.
man. Man. Reed said secure is the duck. Oh man, I don't know about that, man.
Who said that?
Reed 215 Philly, baby. Yes, sir. He says secure is the duck. I don't know, man.
Nah, bro. I don't see. I ain't trying to hash up no con. Somebody gonna have to tell me how you can make somebody drop their belt and be a duck at the same time. I can't. I don't. I can't get my mind there, man. My logic don't work that way. If I put you in a position to fight me or drop your belt as your mandatory, and you decide to drop your belt and move up and fight somebody else, how did I duck you? That don't make no sense, and nobody can ever make it make sense. It just don't, bro. It just don't. Like that's literally what mandatory means. Like the WBC orders Shakur as Devin's mandatory. They give Devin a deadline and say, look, you either got to fight Shakur or you got to fight Regis because we gonna put you in recess and we gonna take your belt if you don't fight Shakur because he's fighting for that belt. Whether you got that belt or whether that belt is vacant, Shakur is fighting for the WBC belt next. So you can either defend it or you can fight somebody else. He chooses to fight somebody else, and people are calling Shakur a duck. It makes no sense, bro. It makes no sense whatsoever, bro. And they know it don't. They just, people just sometimes fighters and can make you lose logic. Sometimes fighters can just make you forget your logic. If you like a fighter enough, your logic can just go all the way out the window, man. It is.
Oh yeah, most
I
definitely.
ain't got nothing else, man. You got anything else you want to cover?
Nothing else. No. I'm not calling the Fury fight or that cat shit. I call real boxing.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
But I will be calling fights this weekend. We got Madison Randall. She's gonna be throwing down, so we'll be calling that card. So and I think we got another fight. So don't worry, we got fights lined up for the rest of the year. Real boxing. Okay. But that's all I have. All right,
I
that's
got you.
all I
I got
have.
you.
All
And
right.
then I'm gonna say this last thing. Read 215 Philly, homie. Go read the petition. They said they asked for 50-50 in the petition and also said they would take whatever the WBC came up with in the petition. Not just Shakur in the interview. In the actual petition to the WBC, they asked for 50-50, made their case for 50-50, and then said they would abide by whatever the purse bid the WBC came up with, all in the same petition, bro. It's literally public knowledge. You can look it up right now while we're on this live or right when we get off, and you can read it for yourself. And you can actually read the actual petition where the young man's team, his lawyers, are telling the WBC, make us the mandatory. We do want 50-50. Here's why we want it. And they gave him a bunch of viewership numbers and tried to make their case as to why. And also said after making their case, but if you give us whatever the purse split, we will abide by the purse split. It's literally in the petition that they wrote, bro. When they was like, it's literally in there for everybody to read, bro. So again, bro, like, I mean, believe what you want, say what you want, call people ducks if y'all want to call them ducks. Keep the sport going. We all love boxing, but I'm just not. I wouldn't down that sword if I was y'all because it makes no sense, bro. Just go read it for yourself, bro. It literally says in it, just go read it, bro. And then that way you don't have to listen to what nobody tell you. You ain't gotta listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to nobody else that's has a different opinion of mine. You could just go read it for yourself and draw your own conclusions. And when you read it, brother, you will see that all the stuff you said is true. They asked for 50-50, but what's also true is they asked for 50-50, made their case for 50-50, and then said that they would take whatever the WBC ordered, no matter what the purse split was, bro. So, go look it up. Go read it. I'm telling you, all you gotta do is type it in the internet, bro. They got a whole article with the whole petition, quote for quote, right there on Boxing Scene for you to look at, bro. It's right there for you to look at, and that way you ain't gotta, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta listen. You ain't gotta listen to me. You can just go read it for yourself. That's all I got, OG. That's all I got.
The A140 and Xena funny too. He said these niggas don't read. Cause the church of Devin don't allow slaves to read.
No, I don't think it's that, Zenith. I just think once you support a fighter, some people, that like people, the way I look at it, bro, is like a lot. Some of the Devin Haney fans, they like Devin as much as I like the Dallas Cowboys, bro. Like I have no logic, no objectivity. I don't give a fuck how many times or what the facts are, or whatever. It's Dallas Cowboys over everything, and I'm riding. Some people are like that for Devin Haney, man. That's just how I look at it. I don't take the shit too serious, man. But you know, it is what it is, bro. That shit funny, man. It's just funny. But that's all. That's all I got, OG, man. When you
All right.
live, when you know what we got
Okay.
going on this week, man.
All right. KQ will be live tomorrow at 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time, but I will be off Tuesday. All right, I will be off Tuesday. All right, so with that, and then I continue on Wednesday for the rest of the week. All right, so man, I appreciate everybody that came out last night or yesterday, and I appreciate everybody that supported the channel yesterday and today. And with that, man, make sure y'all hit that like button. All right. If you haven't subscribed to Knockout Boxing 86 TV, make sure you subscribe. And that way you can catch both of us every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time. And Knockout, what you got going on this
Man, I'll be
week?
live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night this week at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. We'll be talking about the hottest topics in boxing. Obviously, I'm sure Devin Haney will come up, Tank Davis will come up, some Shakur talk, some Earl, some Bud, maybe some Canelo. We're just gonna be having fun and talking this boxing, and you know, whatever the latest and greatest news is, we cook on it first, and then I always allow you guys to come up and share your opinions. I open up the panel for y'all, so y'all come check us out, man. I'll be live Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time this week. I drop daily content as well, so we're dropping videos every single day, and also join the channel as a member to get access to my exclusive prediction videos that I do every single week. And that's all I got, man. I ain't got nothing else. Have a good day, OG. I'm glad you get the rest today. You ain't got to
Yes,
move. You just sit
man.
there and
Oh,
chill. Hell, don't
yes.
even go get you no food, man. Just order you some food, make them bring it to
I
you, man.
already got it. I already got it yesterday. Yeah, man. I'm good. I'm good. I don't have to go.
Already,
I don't have to go with my
already
mom or
have a
nothing today.
good
Yeah.
Sunday, man. And y'all have everybody in the chat. Y'all have a great Sunday as well. Enjoy
Yes,
your
sir.
loved ones. For we all get back to the grind tomorrow. On
Yes.
Monday, man. I'll see y'all soon, man.
All right. Peace out, everybody.